were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Paul Goldschmidt, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Up with it, fires to first. In time to get him, one away on the strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Trent Grisham, the next to hit, takes ball one. Grisham, a guy that understands the strike zone. Yeah. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Hauls it in for the out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Of course, a big piece for them is their DH, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ball one low.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
On the ground to third. Gets it to first. Judge out on the play. And that is that. Down in order go the Yankees. Here's a big power threat. Shohei Ohtani. Swinging a foul straight back. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, right field. Bellinger moving under this one. And there's one away. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And an important bat for them, batting fifth in this one, Max Muncy.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's going to be Andy Pages. That's in there. 0-1. And a foul ball. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Here is Freddie Freeman. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Cody Bellinger. So Cody Bellinger went as a fourth-round pick by the Dodgers in the 2013 draft. How about this, though? His final year in high school, he hit just one home run. And that is out. Bellinger getting to start in right, batting in the cleanup spot, and he was drafted in the fourth round back in 2013. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now Anthony Volpe. Cut on and lifted in the air. And there's one down.
Left fielder Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And the fastball tied him up as it squirts away. Bellinger, the runner at second with one away. And he grounds one to the right side. Whips it to first, and he's out.
Batting seventh, second baseman DJ LeMahieu.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Next to hit, DJ LeMahieu. And a foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a ball popped up. Rojas. And that'll do it. The Yanks leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Schmidt back to work. In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll fall for a base hit. Around first, heading for two. And the bottom of the second starts with a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here is Michael Conforto. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger sizing it up. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second, but now he won't try for third. Stays put with one away.
Batting seventh, center fielder Tommy.
And here comes Tommy Edman.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And there's a foul ball. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number two. Hit hard, base hit. Muncy on his horse around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And it's 1-0.
Well, the strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
One down. And now Kike Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
Right through there for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Man at first, one away. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Edman off of first with 2 away. On the ground to the left. Jump throw across his body, and very nicely done for the out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back here at Chavez Ravine, top half of the 3rd inning. Now, J.C. Esquera. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Right side. Puts it away for the out. Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees.
Batting ninth, third baseman, Oswald Peraza.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Drops into the glove, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a pop-up. Rojas. And that is that. So the Yanks go in order. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Shohei Ohtani.
That misses, and it's 1-0.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
On the ground to third, and it goes just foul. This one in the air. Goldie hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now a screamer into the outfield. Bellinger makes the play, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
2 down, bases empty. Andy Pajes getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Well struck, right field, back there. And he brings it into the warning track. As we go to the top of the 4th, now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Late swing, foul to the left. Grisham, first round pick of the Brewers in 2015. That one fouled off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. And Judge spoils that one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gonsolin turns, fires. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Just 3 pitches for the punch out right there. Very efficient, I'll say. And started him out with off-speed stuff on the first 2 strikes. And at that point as a hitter, it's hard to know what's coming 0-2. You want to stay back and try to be ready for something soft, but you also have to be able to hit the fastball. And if you are looking for something hard, it can be pretty tough to catch up to because you don't have a chance to time it. So he threw it right by him there and sent him packing.
The 0-2. Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Bottom 4, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, the catcher, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy at the dish. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. That one ripped. Grisham drop step going back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
Now batting, shortstop, Michael Conforto.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Michael Conforto. Flied to right his first time. He swings and fouls one off. High in the air, out to right. And he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. We played 4. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Yankees nothing. And welcome back. Shabby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Anthony Volpe. Gonsolin back to work. That one finds the corner. Strike one.
You know, these Yankees, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Gonsolin fires. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
And a big swing and a miss. Throw to first, and he'll be safe at first.
Now batting, left fielder, JC.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind if you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game. It's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, runner on the go. Fought off foul. Volpe gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, still 0-2. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Tosses the first, one away here in the 5th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now it's LeMahieu up to hit. First time up was a pop out.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Volpe flying around third and headed home. He'll score.
Great effort out there as he tries to reach and haul this one in, but just can't extend far enough. I think it started with a bad read off the bat, which led to a bad jump, bad angle, and that cost him right there. Extra bases.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Esquera. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Close, but called a ball. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Oswald Peraza. And that's in for a strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Line drive, base hit. LeMahieu headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
This one in the air. Freeman has this one sized up. Brings it in, and that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Dodgers 1. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Tommy Edman at the plate.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Fouled off. He was late. On the ground, right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And they had their first base runner since the second inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
No outs. Runner at first. Here's Kike Hernandez. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a ball line to center. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 1 so far. Line drive. That's a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. It's amazing to me that he was able to put the barrel on that one. I mean, that pitch was pretty well outside, but great extension and bat control through the zone allowed him to drive it the other way. That was pretty impressive. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that one fouled off. That's off the mark. Now 1 and 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Foul ball still, a 1 and 2 count. Line drive, base hit. Here comes Edman around third. He'll score easily.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 2. That one finds the zone.
On the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And the 0-2. On the ground, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1, and that's 2. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Back after this on the show. Back here in L.A., now here's Trent Grisham. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And there's a ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Stays alive.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one is going to go. He circles the bases. It's 3-2. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Judge comes up empty there.
0-1's the count.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Judge rips that one. One down.
Now batting.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
One out, bases empty. Tapped out in front of the plate. Throws to first, and Bellinger is out.
Now batting. Shortstop Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Popped foul out of play off to the right. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Cut out and miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Andy Pajes. In the air out towards right center. Bellinger sizing it up. He's got it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Freeman up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a ground ball. Goldie steps on first for the out. Here's Max Muncy. Muncy with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
2 out, space is empty. Hard hit left side. Over to Goldie. They get the out on Muncy. And that is the inning. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail it. Back here at Dodger Stadium. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. And that one popped in the air, left field. Pajes makes the grab, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Up to the plate steps DJ LeMahieu. Swing and a foul out of play. The pitch to LeMahieu. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
And here's the catcher, J.C. Esquera. And it's fouled away. And that's through there for a strike. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 0-2 now. Hit in the air, left field. And that is that. Offense held in check there. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 3 and the Dodgers. Mark Leiter Jr. on to pitch out of the pen here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Activity in the bullpen. Tim Hill getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. De Los Santos, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Swings and misses. 0-2 now.
0-2.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
The outlook of an important inning like this, when you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Edman in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. On the move, heading back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Here's Kike Hernandez. Fouled off down the right side. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
No ball,
The
two
hitter
strikes.
early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Dodgers down in order, and it's still a 3-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Oswald Peraza. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. And that is out of play. Pitch is in there. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Just missing there. And the count's even at 2. And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the catch. 1 away.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Got it. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
And that one fouled off.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Muncy makes the grab, and that'll do it. New pitcher for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
In the air, right side. Fair ball. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Gets under it and pops it up. And there's one away. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And next for LA, Teoscar Hernandez.
And things could change quickly here with one swing.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Now this is a rocket to left. Makes the grab for the second out.
Now that is left fielder,
Andy Pajes will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
puts it in the air out towards left center. Grisham settles under it. He's got it. That is the inning. So one hit is all they get through 8 full. Yankees 3. Back here in L.A., we go to the 9th. Here is Aaron Judge. Gonsolin back to work. And Judge spoils that one.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Out to center. Edman brings it in. One up, one down.
Right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here's Cody Bellinger. 1 for 3. Foul ball. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Swinging a foul straight back. Bellinger goes. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
But what's amazing that he's just now about to throw his 100th pitch. I mean, that's something that he can be really proud of when this thing's over.
And a base hit. In comes the run from third. And they take a 2-run lead in the 9th.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least.
And that one gets away at the plate. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. It's now 4-2. You're watching Major League Baseball on. Welcome back. And here comes the closer, Gary Bransky. A chance at his first save of the year. So now it's Freddie Freeman. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dominguez makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swung on, belted. That one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Wastes no time there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Really important at bat coming up now.
Michael Conforto will climb in.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
0-2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Swing and a tapper over to Goldie. Just 1 out remaining for the Dodgers.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.